Hi, I'm Sonia Dubell, and I'm so excited to be able to share this fertility yoga class with you. It is literally designed to just prepare the body, the sacred ground for fertility. It is going to rinse out all those toxins, get everything moving, relieve all those aches and pains, and it is the most energizing and beautiful freeing practice. So drop into it. It's moving energy. I want you to be free. I want you to wriggle and pulse and just find your way back into your body, ready to receive, being the receptacle goddess. So let's get to it. So coming to a seated position, and just allow yourself to get comfortable. Place one hand on your heart and the other on your belly. Sit on a blanket here if that is more comfortable for you. And we're just going to take this time together just to connect and to bring our minds into our bodies and to bring our whole bodies into our mind. And so just allow, without changing the mind and the awareness, to come and rest upon the breath. Just feeling the breath moving in through the nose, all the way down, through into the lungs, filling up the lungs, expanding the rib cage, moving the breath all the way down into the belly. So bringing your full attention to this moment. And together, let's just take some time to set our intention for this practice. What is it that we want from this practice? What is it that we are hoping? Just bringing our minds into that space and then opening our hearts to allow the wisdom of the universe to move through us as we practice today. And just allowing our own intuition to guide us moment by moment as we move in a way that is healing to our whole being, our physical body, our mental body, and our spiritual body, so that we can prepare the ground for sacred life and conception. With this intention, moving into this beautiful practice today with curiosity. And always with kindness. Alright, good. So just placing your hands onto your knees, and we're going to open the heart here and then curl the shoulders forward. And as we create this movement, if we can start now by dropping into our bodies in a way that tunes out the chatter, that tunes out the world around us, so that we're almost dropping into a meditative dance as we free up through the body. Exhale as you round, inhale as you open. Feel the stretch between the shoulder blades. Open the heart, draw the shoulder blades down the back. Feel the aliveness beginning to awaken. Start to turn to the right now. Moving in this beautiful circular movement, feel into the spine. See if you can notice any tension and rest your awareness there, allowing yourself to move with your awareness there, drawing the breath into that space. In all our poses, we will have 60 seconds. And if you are needing to know where we are, you can look at the counter, and this will always allow you to really appreciate the last few seconds of the poses. Let's change sides now. Lead with the shoulder, and so leading with the shoulder to the direction you are moving, involving the shoulders, involving the upper back, feeling into the spine. Are there any areas along this beautiful channel, the Sushumna, that we feel any tension or any stagnation? And as we move through it, can we draw the breath into it as we rise up and open, and exhale out what we no longer need as we come forward? Beautiful. Keep moving. All right, let's begin to reach the hands up and trace a rainbow. Just imagine that you have this beautiful rainbow above your head, and the fingertips are just tracing along that rainbow. And each time you're reaching up a little bit higher, lifting your body out of the basin of the hips, creating more space. Rise up and over. You can imagine that the fingers reaching up and over to touch the other fingers, not actually touching, but reaching towards those rooted fingers. And it gives a deeper stretch and opening through the side body, awakening through the liver and gallbladder paired meridians. It's like you're reaching for that pot of gold. All right, good work. We're just going to take a moment here to stretch in this little twist, grabbing hold of the right forearm, looking over, and then just sinking into that, feeling that beautiful twist. And let's go over to the second side. So grabbing hold of the forearm, turning to look over the shoulder, gently moving in that. All right, and we'll begin now just fanning the cotton field. So now the hand sweeps in front of the body. For 60 seconds, you're going to sweep and feel the side body, the upper side body, all just nourishing the liver and gallbladder meridian. And just keep using your whole being to create this movement. Rise up through the center, curl down as you come down, and as you curl down, you exhale. As you rise, you inhale. Fanning the cotton fields, feeling the body awakening, feeling the chi just starting to move. We are nourishing the liver and gallbladder, but we are always affecting the other meridians. And our concern and our appreciation of the effect we have on the Ren meridian that governs fertility and nourishes our reproductive organs through the midline of the body. Keep breathing. All right, beautiful. Let's go into hands, toes, and feet stretch. As we stretch into the toes, the feet, the ankles, the hands, we are nourishing all of the 12 paired meridians in our bodies. So they are beginning, all of them, in the feet and the hands. And as we do this, we not only physically release the tension through our feet, through our toes, through our hands, through our wrists, but we begin to nourish and awaken those meridians, right from now, so that as we can feel that energy coming up through the body, we can use it for the rest of our practice. In the beginning, this may not feel comfortable at all, but just stick with it. It's so healing. Pulsing back if that feels good for you, trying to find a little bit of movement. You can wriggle from side to side. You can lift the heel of the hands up a little bit more if that feels good. And so just feeling through the whole body. All right, good. And now we're going to come up and lift our knees. Now, this may not be available to you, but if it is, wrap your hands around the ankles, draw the ankle flesh outwards to further stimulate. If it is not, place a block or a blanket underneath your knees and stay there. Stay there and just breathe. Just breathe your breath into the fronts of the ankles, the gateways for all those lower body meridians to pass through the feet, through the ankles, and up into the upper body. It's like a super highway. And it also physically just helps to strengthen the feet and the ankles and to reduce any water retention in the body. So just stay with it. You may have your knees up, and that's beautiful. You may have your knees down, and that's great too. Wherever you are is going to be working very deeply through the ankles. All right, well done. And so coming all the way down into a crouching pose with your chin tucked into your chest, your upper body wrapped around your knees, and you are just pulsing tiny little pulses, and your heels are sinking to the ground. So your heels shouldn't be touching the ground. We want to have that distance so that there is this moving energy down with the heels towards the ground. Nice deep breaths, and just allow the energy to move through with your awareness directing that breath through the Achilles, through the calves. You can tiptoe your fingers forward. You can wriggle out there through the back body. Still feeding the breath beautifully in and out of the pose. See if you can relax the shoulders a bit here. Last couple of seconds. All right, good. And so we'll take the feet to the outsides of the mat now, and we'll just rock and roll this Malasana. You're going to take your knee out to the side, and as you do, you'll rock onto the outside, the outer edge of the foot. And all the while just keeping your breath and your awareness onto the whole goal of this pose, if there were one, would be just to ignite the energy through the inner thighs and release any tension and blocks, and just deeply open through the groins and the hips. You can drop your elbows to the ground if that feels good. You can stay up on your hands, whatever is going to allow you just to be here with ease and peace, so that you can be here, that you can do this pose. Good work. Last few seconds. Beautiful. All right. And so let's just come into a lovely Uttanasana forward bend. You can place your hands on blocks here. You can drop all the way down if that's available to you. Grab hold of the toes, or even place the hands behind the legs and draw the head in towards the knees or the shins. Wherever you are is perfect. Your awareness is into the backs of the thighs, just awakening through the urinary bladder meridians and the kidney. And so as we open up through the backs of the legs, we are stimulating the bladder and kidney meridian as it flows through the back. And I just want you to bring your awareness there and flood the whole area with your breath and your awareness. It doesn't matter if your hands are on 4 blocks. Wherever you need to be, to feel peace here and just breathe and draw your awareness into the backs of the legs is beautiful. All right, let's go into a downward dog. So walking the hands forward, and then you're just going to pedal out the feet today. Pedal out those feet, and you can go slow, and you can go fast, and you can play with your dog. You can bend one leg and just melt there for a moment, and then the other leg and melt there for a moment, and then return to pedaling and just waking up the body from within. Really just using your intuition just to open up and feel. Use your breath. Just connecting with the connection to the earth through the hands. Pressing down to rise up and grow taller through the shoulders. And just feeling the whole body. The whole body. Just awakening and enlivening with this pose. All right, good. And now we're going to twist the dog. And again, you can go really deep. And you can stay up really high. So just feel that and play with that. Where are you today? Do you want to go really low? Or do you want to stay up high? They both affect the side body, but in different ways. And each day we come to practice, we will want to naturally do different things with our poses. And we need to listen to that because it is our body's messages to us. It may want to go deep to affect somewhere different to yesterday. It may want to alternate between both. And that is so okay. And we need to listen to our bodies. And with kindness, practice our yoga every day to really rinse out the stuff we no longer need. The blocks, the tension, the aches and pains. All right, beautiful. Okay, and so we're going to bend and raise now, alternating with each leg. And as we do, the standing leg is strong and the heel sinks to the ground to open up through the back leg. And the upper leg rises up with an inhale and then comes down for a bend, exhale, rising up with an inhale, just really filling that leg with energy as it comes up and straightens. Strong arms holding the body up, rising up, using the breath. Inhale that leg all the way up. Keep going. Nice deep breaths. Beautiful, strong arms here, really building upper body strength. Nice deep breaths. All right, beautiful. All right, we're just going to come into a nice open doggy stretch there. So just take the knee up to the side and then the opposite side. Just feel like the hips are really opening. All right, good. Okay, so stepping out and coming into a wide leg forward bend. You can come all the way down, placing your hands on blocks, placing your head on blocks, whatever feels good for you. Just keep the legs nice and wide, rotate the tail up to the sky, and just gently finding some peace there wherever you are, rocking inside the cradle of the hips, just feeling the outer edge of the foot, so the baby toe side of the foot rooting down into the mat. And I want you to just move in a way that is so freeing, so primal, so awakening through your body. That you are opening up in places you never dreamed of opening up. Just releasing that tension, that cellular stuff that we may be holding on to from many, many years ago. Just letting it all out. Remember to always listen and to do what feels right for you. All right, we're going to come down into a nice horse pose, elbows on the knees, and you are going to lift and lower that tail. And then move from side to side, press those knees out and away and just get into this pose. And the inner thighs and the liver and gallbladder meridian are related to cleansing, detoxing, getting toxins out of the body. And so as we work with the inner thighs, that's what we're doing. We are really just raking through, getting the stuff out so that we can prepare the sacred ground for implantation. This is what we need. And using a quality of awareness that is so primarily dropped in, listening, feeling, wanting to get those toxins out of the body, that stuff. And it's not just physical, it is emotional, it is mental, spiritual. All right, good. And so let's move now into our ninja pose. And so coming to the right side and just flexing and pointing that foot, and you can see the wriggling that's going on. I'm just really trying to wriggle and get into my body and just feel through moments where tension might be held, stored in the back body, in the inner thigh, all the way down the gracilis to the back of the knee, pointing and flexing, stretching the skin over the top of the foot, working with my feet, with my hand, with my supporting leg. And this is what we need to be doing. We're moving in new ways. These are ways that we might not have experienced before, and that's okay. Just be curious. Practice with curiosity. Like you're exploring your body. All right, good. Let's change sides. Well done. As we ask the questions of ourselves, what is going on inside me? Can I drop in so deeply? How does this feel for me? This is new. How can I move in ways that I am organically just responding to what it is my body wants, allowing it to lead me, and just really closing off the chatter in the mind and just letting my body move me in ways that it knows that perhaps I don't, what it needs to heal, to cleanse, to let go, to forgive. All right. Beautiful. And so let's come all the way down now into Mandakasana, wide knee, child's pose, big toes together, and just rock yourself back there and allow anywhere that feels comfortable to be your home base. It might be staying up on the hands or coming down on the elbows, but find your peace here and then just drop into the hips, into the inner thighs. Just rock gently from side to side inside the cradle. You can move backwards and forwards, you can move side to side, you can do whatever it is that helps you to release the tension through the inner thighs. You can also take your hands into prayer position and use your thumbs to stimulate bladder meridian. So the inner upper eye sockets, that's an acupressure point where bladder meridian begins, and you can use your thumbs just to press into that as you allow the weight of the head just to sit in the thumbs like it was a cradle. And then after a couple of seconds, just sweep the thumbs along the inner upper eye sockets. Just play with that in your practice. All right, so gently coming up now, and we're going to just come into a cobra or a sphinx pose, where you spread your fingers, press and claw the ground, and then draw the heart through the gate of the shoulders and just start to gently rock and wriggle the tail, as though a very gentle hand was on your sacrum and was just rocking you. And so here we really work to massage and stimulate the chi through the Ren meridian as it runs all the way from the perineal body to up the midline of the body and to under the chin, and then just separates and moves up to underneath each eye. But the Ren meridian is responsible for the health of our reproductive organs, fertility, menstruation, even menopause, all of that. And so it's a really powerful way to stimulate and massage by just rocking here and working on the front of the body. All right, good. So let's come up into seal, still pressing the front of the body. Allow the hips to melt down wherever it's comfortable for you, and just really reaching to extend the front body, stimulate with that extension, also affecting obviously our stomach and our spleen meridians. So keep rocking, keep gently moving here up in seal pose. You can have your head back, and you can also just have your head forward. So there is no right or wrong. You just find that space that feels peaceful for you to be here. All right, good. Just staying here, nice deep breaths, just feeling that breath moving through the body, front body, back body. All right, good. Nice deep breaths, just flooding your body with chi here. And just take a little stretch there, just lifting one hip and then the other hip. Feels so yummy to do that. All right, let's just lift up the left knee and drop the right shoulder to the left knee. Nice stretch backwards there, and second side. So right knee comes forward, left shoulder twists towards that right knee. All right, so good. And then just nice little stretch there. All right, and then coming all the way down, and we're going to come into bow pose. So just grabbing hold of the feet and lifting up, and you can really feel the massage through the front of the body here. Use your breath, feel the rocking as you inhale, the body rises, exhale. You can even try a little crisscross there with your ankles, so crossing the ankles over and then lifting the feet up. Nice deep breath. And if that feels good for you, stay there. But remember just to share the cross, so changing to the second side and then using those feet to rise up, lift the knees, lift the heart, open the chest. And you can also just go to classic and stay there. Classic is classic and it's beautiful. And so just lift the feet up as high as you can now. Lift the knees, rise up with the upper body, feel the breath, move your body to help stimulate the front body, massage through that Ren meridian. Nice deep breath. All right, good work. And now we're going to come into a beautiful Ustrasana camel pose, but we'll just take a tiny little stretch there in cat pose first. So if you want to just round up there for a moment before you go in. Okay, good. And then just coming all the way into Ustrasana camel pose, reaching up with the right hand, up with the left hand. And you can tuck your toes under now if that feels good for you, but I want you to do this camel in such a freeing, alive, awakening way. Reach the right hand back and then reach the left hand back. Rise up and out of the hips, extend the upper body, open the heart, open the chest. Now squeeze the shoulder blades together and open the chest again. Drop the head back if that feels good for you, and again reach back with the right. Feel the whole body elongating and stretching through the side body. Beautiful. And again, you're going to take both hands back, squeezing and then reaching. Beautiful, good work. Squeeze those shoulder blades together when you take the hands back. Open the heart, open the chest. All right, nice deep breath, couple of seconds left. Reaching that hand back, elongating through the side of the body. Oh, so beautiful. Well done. And so coming all the way down now, we're going to go into a super slow cat-cow, okay? So just taking a moment here to really just draw the shoulder blades down the back and then round up into a nice cat, drop down into a cow, draw the shoulder blades down, rounding up. Exhale, inhale, feel the chi drawing up through the heart space. Exhale what you no longer need. You've really worked through the back body, so just take it slow, be gentle, scoop the tail under, really curling around, and then dropping the belly to the ground, sliding the shoulder blades down the back towards the tail, and again rounding all the way up, dropping the belly down, scooping the shoulder blades back, rounding. Beautiful. And again, just drawing the heart through the gate of the shoulders each time the belly comes down, so pulling the heart through and then rounding up. And good work. So we're going to step all the way forward now into a dragon pose. Take both hands in front of you. Take your left knee out to the side. If you need to use blocks here, that is totally cool. Use blocks, but I just want you to free the hip here. As you drop the left knee out, as you move, as you wriggle, using this pose just to get any cobwebs out through the whole gluteal area. So again, using the rock, using the wriggle, the pulsing, whatever feels good organically, and you will feel a natural need to move and open. It really is a need. You can just feel like your body's easing and edging towards a way of moving, a way of feeling out of contraction. Beautiful. So we'll come now into this beautiful shape where we open up through the back of the leg. Take blocks to either side of the leg and just drop your whole body down. Drop your whole body down. And so we're awakening through the back of the leg, and you're going to flood the back of the leg with chi, again affecting the bladder and kidney meridian. You're going to drop your whole body over that leg. Nice deep breaths. Use your breath. So notice as you inhale, you naturally buoyantly rise up, and as you exhale, you naturally melt down. So as you inhale, allow your body to rise up away from the leg, and as you exhale, allow your body to melt down over the leg. Beautiful, intense forward stretch indeed, but beautiful. All right, let's go to dragon second side now. So taking the blocks in front of you, just allowing that right knee just to melt open. And before you even move into just really melting, make sure you're in the juiciest spot you can be. So first just find that spot. And then when you've got it, just start to so gently move. Move in a way that is just easing out any tension through the whole hip area. It's nice, deep breaths, just easing out all that gluteal tension. Nice, deep breaths. Beautiful. Just really, we have freed up our hips so much that should feel so freeing for you right now, because it really does for me. All right, so just moving your foot now for intense forward stretch on this side, and you heel shuffle, you find your piece, you place your hands on blocks, you draw your toes towards your knees, and you start to melt down over that leg. It doesn't matter how high you are, you listen, you notice how the body rises up with the breath, like a wave, and then melts down over that leg. Nice deep breaths. Just so easy, so beautiful, just melting the body over, relaxing the whole body without judgment, without really thinking any other thoughts other than opening up the floodgates for the bladder and kidney meridian as they run along the back of the leg, and freeing the tension through the hamstrings to release any back pain. Nice, beautiful, deep breaths. All right, good work. So just coming out of that, moving your blocks out of the way. And we're going to come all the way down into pigeon pose. Use a blanket under your tail, under your arms, whatever feels comfy for you. Your shin parallel to the top of the mat. If that is not possible, your foot can be more towards the hip. So with your right foot forward, your right foot can be towards the left hip. Now when you get here in this beautiful pigeon shape, you can point those toes behind you, you can tuck them, whatever needs to happen here, but I want you to do a pigeon in a way that maybe you haven't experienced before, where you're just rotating, rocking and wriggling in the pelvis just to help you to get even deeper. You can come up and experiment with what that feels like. What does it feel like if you're always on your elbows? What does it feel like to stay up, to rock, to wriggle, to feel, to move? Maybe it is what you need today to stay up, even if you can go onto your elbows. All right, beautiful. Slowly coming out now, just taking a moment there to neutralize in a nice little cat. And let's go to the second side, sliding one knee forward and drawing that shin up as far as feels comfortable for you. And then staying up in the elbows or sliding down, but checking in with that rock, with that wriggle, with that movement. Just so easy, so relaxed, so sitting inside the whole body. Just bringing our mind back into our whole intention to stay with the practice moment by moment, to feel into our bodies, to heal our bodies, to rinse through every part of our bodies with our breath, to exhale the stuff we no longer need. Nice deep breaths. So freeing, so good, so needed to prepare our bodies. All right, good work. Moving the blanket out the way and slowly coming out. And so from a seated position, you're going to take the feet out as wide as they're willing to go. And we'll come into Upavista Konasana. So feet as wide as they're willing to go, and you can use your hands to find that space. And then slowly start to walk your hands forward if that's available. Otherwise, you'll stay up on your arms and you'll just start to gently find some movement there. You can rotate the feet just to move the energy there, get any cracks or pops out. And we want to come into a place that feels totally peaceful for us, that may be lying down, that may be up on the arms, but wherever you are, you want to bring your awareness to the inner thighs. Really flood the awareness, the chi, the breath into that area. You can gently move, you can gently wriggle, you can gently pulse, you can find a bit of moving energy inside every pose. See if you can notice the chi actually moving. All right, beautiful. Good work. And now we're going to come all the way back. So onto your back. And we'll start with these beautiful bridge rolls. And so root your feet down and lift your hips up. And you're going to move from side to side, left to right, opening through the hips, pressing through the feet, and just opening through the side body, rolling through those hips, feeling free like a dance inside the hips and the body. And then you're going to lift all the way up, placing your hands near your sacrum under your hips with the fingers facing the hips, and just resting in that beautiful gentle inversion, flooding the chi that we've moved through the body up in reverse. Just breathing as our whole front body and our Ren meridian is flooded with chi, bringing our awareness into that front body. Just feel as though we are rinsing, energizing. You can interlace your hands underneath your back if that feels comfortable for you, and you can squeeze your shoulder blades together under your body. You can also squeeze your chin into your chest a few times or for a few seconds, and then release it by pressing back into the back of the head. Just nourishing through the thyroid is really beneficial for us. All right, beautiful. And so let's just hug both our knees into our chest here, and gently just giving our lower back a massage. And this feels so good. Just hugging now one knee at a time. So we'll take the left knee up and just pulse it backwards and forwards in just little circles. And so stimulating, pulsing and working, we're stretching this leg. Yes, we're stretching, but we are nourishing the flow of energy through our bodies. We're massaging through the tissues, through the muscles. We are moving the energy as it runs through our whole body. All right, good. Let's change sides here. And same thing, squeeze that knee in. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze and pulse, circle, freeing up the energy. Nice, deep, flowing, connected breaths, connecting into the poses. Feels so good. Just waking up through the body. Well done. All right, so let's grab hold of the outer edges of the feet to come into happy baby. Draw the knees down to the ground, and let's just make this happy baby really free. Let's rock and wriggle. You can bend one knee, straighten the opposite knee. Rock through your whole body. You can straighten one leg out into a beautiful half splits, and then the other side. And you can go for a full splits happy baby there. So whatever feels good for you, just opening those inner thighs, freeing up the whole body, freeing through the groins, flooding awareness into the reproductive organs. Open the heart. Nice, beautiful, deep breaths now, last couple of seconds. Well done. Reach your hands back for a moment, keep your knees up and just feel what that feels like to draw the shoulders, the arms back. Nice deep breath, arching that back there. All right. Okay, let's go for a twist and take the knees all the way over to the left, and you're going to reach the right hand out and look over towards the right fingertips. And you can shuffle the shoulders underneath you just to square up the shoulders towards the sky, open the heart, deepen the twist. and breathe. Just allow the breath just to move through the back body, through the front body. And move over to the second side now, just changing. Same thing, just aligning the shoulders up to the sky, squaring them out, shuffling the shoulder blades, knees drop to the second side, and just breathe. Just let the breath flood the body. With a deep sense of gratitude that you brought yourself to this practice today, so that you could heal the body, that you could move the energy through the body. All right, straightening the legs now. Let's come into Shavasana. Well done. Well done. Such a beautiful gift that we give our body and all the organs of our body every time we come to practice this beautiful moving energy yoga, just to heal, to feel, and to nourish all systems so that we can prepare our body and for whatever it is we are needing to do with our beautiful and sacred lives, whether it be to receive the conception of life within us, or whether it is to nourish relationships that we already have with all our loved ones. We bring ourselves to this practice to heal emotionally, to heal physically, and to heal spiritually. And so just with your hands connected to your belly, connected to the gift of all the reproductive organs, just sending your healing from the palms of your own hands into your own reproductive organs. You have the power within you to heal you every time you set that intention. Bring yourself to practice and really nourish from within. Just allow yourself to become aware of the breath moving to and through the whole body, the sacred organs, behind the eyes, through the cheekbones, softening the jaw, the whole head sinking into the earth, the whole mind just so relaxed, the skull relaxed, the shoulder blades melting into the earth, the legs, the knees, the shins, the feet, so relaxed. Nowhere to go now, nowhere to be, just here now, feeling the breath moving gently through this open body. Namaste.